On the outside circle, it turns out there's 72 dashes and 76 dashes. And the 72 in my book, The Keys of Enoch, represents the divine names of God, 72. And the 76 represents the generations from Adam to Christ, as far as 76 generations. This crop circle was possibly telling us about a comet, because this would be the sun, and as the comet goes around the sun, the tail turns away from the sun. This again was like a flower of life type crop circle on July 31st. This one was really, again, delicately made. You notice all these little lines in here. And you notice how the crop is laid down with different wave structures on the outside of it again. So they really went into great length to make these wave structures this year. This is a picture of the wave structure from a pole. So what some people do when they go to the crop circles is they take the polyvinyl chloride pipe, the white pipe, they stick their camera to the top of it, and they extend it up like a fishing pole about 20, 25 feet in the air, and they have it on a time-elapse picture, and that's how they get this picture from the ground. This is like a square within a square. This is how that field looked from the airplanes. And that's how it looks in a drawing. This one here had 11 circles in the outside part and 5 circles in the inside part. I wasn't able to get any numerology out of that. But they also had this little thing sticking out again, like someplace to hang it. And here we got the 5 circles in the center, possibly a new planetary system, or a new system that we are evolving into as far as the orbits of the planets. Here they're showing us the cube. If you bring this out, you can see how this is 3D and how the wave structure of this was again. Here we have, it looks like an owl face. You can see a person standing here and here, but we have the nose and the 2 eyes of the owl. And again, we had laid around the outside of this a very different wave structure of the laying the grain. You can see how it was laid differently, back and forth, in patches. And at this time of the year, the wheat is getting very yellow and dry, so it's very hard to lay down. So this particular crop circle, again, was the one with the 72 and 76. And I really like this one because it just seemed to flow. Like, again, it was part of the cosmic music, part of the cosmic harp strings that they were playing, another musical type instrument. But it's bad date to have your crop circle made on August 25th. See, by the time they try to take some more pictures of this, on the same day, this is what the farmer did. Now, I was over there last year, and the last day I was there was August 26th. So August 26th was my plane flight. So I was leaving the Wilshire area in the evening of August 25th to get to my hotel by the airport for the next day. So last year, there was this crop circle on August 25th. And I went to go into it about 11 in the morning, but this is what was happening already. So you don't get to go into every crop circle that you find, I guess. So the last crop circle of this year, 2009, was in corn. This is actually cornfield. You'll see it up close. There's a guy sitting in the cornfield. And they wove some interesting patterns in the corn. Couldn't understand why they had these patterns in this cornfield. See, it was very difficult, I guess, to actually get into this field to actually observe it. Now, we had 73 crop circles in England this year and about 46 in the rest of the world that we reported to CropCircleConnector.com. And I'll show you just a couple of the ones that were around the world in other places. This was in Germany. This is another one in Germany. You see where they finally getting some more artistic value in some of the other countries. This one has a little bit more. And this is again like a sunflower. This one was in Italy. It looks like 4 angels turning their backs or wrapping their wings around themselves. Again, the sea seti, or the triangle with 3 circles around it, symbol. This was rather creative in a star-like, flower-like pattern with the petals and the circles and the fire coming out of them. This was in Holland. It was a rather simple circle. But this next circle in Holland was this one. Yes, it's a wonderful circle. No, it isn't. It was man-made. They put a video on the internet about this, and it took them 9 months to plan it. It took 52 people 4 hours to make this crop circle. And they didn't say whether they made it at night or in the daytime. So this crop circle shows that man can make crop circles also. So that was very interesting. The only way you find this crop circle on crop circle connector is to go to the rumors section of it, because they would not even put it into the real section. This was the best crop circle I found outside the English area this year in Switzerland. I call it the weaving of space and time. It's like the Fibonacci spiral going in upon itself or expanding out from itself. Either way you want to look at it. This was a crop circle in Canada, and there wasn't too much to it, but at least they had one there, because the only thing reported from the United States was this one. And here we have the wing of a plane, so we know that he's several thousand feet over the ground, and this tractor trail here was probably a tractor that came in and was cutting these circles in the woods or whatever field they were doing. So this was not really a crop circle as such, as we look at the crop circles from England. So my website is GeoCosmicArts.com, and one other thing I wanted to show you I haven't figured out yet, or I haven't put in the pictures even yet, is part of the Platonic solids is the icosahedron, and it looks like this. And I made this one that I could take apart, because inside the icosahedron I found I could make the Fibonacci spiral in 3 dimensions. And I haven't figured out the geometry of this yet or why I made it, and I'm sure I'll get solutions as I come along during this year, because Spirit will talk to me. And like I say, all of my experiences in this are my first-hand experiences. I really don't go into channeling and those things. I just use my own, say, consciousness to figure out these things and get these ideas to make these shapes. I go make them, and then I get ideas as to what they're about or whatever. So it's a very strange world out there, and I'm glad I'm part of it. So thank you very much.